Is it just me, or is the rate... Is it just me, or has the world stepped on the accelerator since the pandemic? Well, according to a very recent study by McKinsey & Co., post-pandemic, what used to take businesses years to achieve is now being achieved in a year. What used to take a year, a quarter a month a week, and what used to take a week to achieve in a business can now be done in a day. This is thanks to the rapid acceleration of automation and digitization of what were formerly manual human tasks. And the acceleration of all these tasks means the speed at which we have to think, adapt and change has also dramatically increased. And this presents a challenge for human beings because we don't like change. In fact, 78% of us either fear or are frustrated by change in the workplace. But it doesn't have to be that way, because if we dig deeper into that change, it's not the change we fear, because change is typically for the better. It's the unknown that we fear, and change is not necessarily managed particularly well inside of an organization, because change often isn't collaborative, and it's normally something that we rush into. In order for us to adapt quickly and take advantage of change and the disruption and flux that's in the market, we need two things. One is a revised mindset, and the second is a different way in which we work together, a future way of working. The mindset we need to adapt is really Darwinian in its nature. We have to understand that change is really evolution. And as we move forward into the future, it's the rate of evolution that is accelerating. And for 200,000 years, evolution's done a pretty good job with us mere humans. So instead of thinking change, let's adopt an evolutionary mindset where we incrementally adjust, innovate, adapt to the world around us to ensure we not only catch up with the world, we accelerate ahead of it, and we are proactive when it comes to dealing with what we used to call change. One of the reasons why we find change very difficult is just the way that we think. And human beings think in terms of A to B. We start a project, we finish it. We have a new product, we launch the product. We have an idea, we execute it. And the statistics around execution of ideas is pretty poor. But A to B thinking is a very comfortable area for us to think, because it allows us, a little bit like a book, to have a start, a middle, and an end. When it comes to future ways of working, we have to adopt a different mindset. And this is what I like to call thinking in circles, because life is not an A to B journey. It is in consistent motion. It is always moving, and we're always adapting to the environment that we're a part of. So circular thinking is about accepting that we have intentions and actions, that we have A to B, but we're also going to think about those a little more deeply. And we're going to ask ourselves two more questions. And this drives our intentions and our results into actions, because it's the actions that we take each day that enable us to handle change and embrace it. And those questions are, what is the reason I'm achieving these results today? Why is there a shortfall between what our intentions are, what the change we're seeking, and what's actually happening? And what am I going to do about it? What is an action I can take as an individual? And if we come together as a team, what are the actions that we can take to accelerate our journey to fulfill our intentions? Circular thinking is about connecting our intentions to our actions through a very simple problem-solving methodology. Because there's one thing that isn't going to change, and that's change itself. So don't fear change. Become an evolutionary thinker and own, operate, and work in a revolutionary business.